Talk, but he not on the schedule. I ain't taking no from my boy heavy. I'm the best, and you heard what I said. Spend all the money, I'm dripping, it's spouting. Got on it, then it's dripping like water. Teaching that, but I don't have a daughter. I know me, I can pick up when I call it. Working big, and it don't hurt to break, cause I'ma always do it how I wanna do it. Every time he lead a know it needs to know I got him running to it. I'ma need to pull the mail before we talk it that I'm waking up and thumbing through it. Run a like a runner do it. Stun on her till like a stunner do it. I'm the best, I'm the best. And I got it, and I got it. I'm the really damaged. I came out and make the channel froze. I'm really who the panel chose. Put my name up like a banner boat. Acting tough and I'ma let her go. Name her who got a better flow. She can hang it up just like a telephone. Stick me up with the cost 10K to let it come see it. Hands up, yeah, make it come treat it. Spin, make it come beat it. I want the move in the machine out. Jewelry be caught like.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
So here come the Chiefs for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the man who proclaims to be from a whole pack of Badgers. Came into the league back in 2012, Russell Wilson.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Here's Wilson to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
I don't see the open time to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
On third down, Wilson.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
So here are the Saints now with great starting field position.
They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl type season. And maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year. And with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
And Lance's throw pulled in by Jefferson.
And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Lance looking to throw it.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Now Lance.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Justin Jefferson.
His 17th touchdown now on the season.
And the Saints use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
lucky with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. A drive there in just 4 plays.
And it was all capped off by Justin Jefferson's touchdown reception.
Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And a great move on the play as he takes this one past the 25. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
This defense for the Saints, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was caught free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. That's a jet sweep. Wilson with a little pop pass. A good gain on first. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. An inside give to Jones. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints' 16-yard line. That one good for 37 yards.
Aaron Jones, not one of the bigger backs in the league, 5'9", 208, but he's definitely what you'd call a downhill runner. And he's able to shed the tacklers there for good yardage.
Yeah, this could be a sign of what this defense...
And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City.
Laviska Shenault,
a 16 touchdown.
And the Chiefs are an extra point away from drawing level.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 7. 5 plays there on that drive.
And it was the touchdown catch from Laviska Shenault that capped it all off.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away.
Take it in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we would be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Complete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So, Charles, you talk about this offense, how well they've played. I mean, the defense, too, really. But they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and no losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up.
Yeah, when you do say 10-0, it can't scare you as a team. Just think about it this way. For most of the year, they've been playing to win their division and get to the playoffs. Now the playoffs are just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down-focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten, and they need to make sure they keep it in that order.
3 catches last week. He's got 3 in the first quarter here tonight.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. While also to guard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
7-7, our score after 1.
Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it second down and 11. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Robbie Anderson. Halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Saints have moved out in front. Parkey adds the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And I believe he was able to get this back. He was. Boy, after giving up the touchdown, lucky that didn't turn into another.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
And the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he coughed it up. And this is picked up by the Saints. Fighting his way through contact. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this? We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a second and 2.
Oh man, I just had a bullet stuck to your neck. That can never be me.
Off of play action, here's Lance. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Chase Young in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Now a play fake. Lance. Open man is Anderson. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go for a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
To throw, it's Lance. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line. First down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. This is third and goal. This Chiefs defense, they're giving it all they got. Touchdown! Saquon Barkley from 3 yards out. And the Saints have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Now Parkey for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it's capped off by a receiving touchdown from Saquon Barkley. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. And the Chiefs offense ready to go again. And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week, so this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. 49 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you got to take care of the rock.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Saquon Barkley with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Saints are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big stroke like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Now Parkey for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tiny 2-play drive that time. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers and quickly.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Now following the made field goal to kick this one off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secure.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. And now 3 drives, 3 fumbles.
What's amazing about it is when we go around and watch practices, how many times do we see them put that sleeve over a football now to make it more slippery and hard to handle? It's almost like they're playing with that sleeve on the ball right now. Was it 3 drives?
Yep.
3 fumbles?
3 fumbles.
It's time to change your luck some way, somehow. Focus, concentration. You'll hear those words on the bench in a big way right now.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up.
They were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And now it's 2nd down, but here's the field goal team out onto the field. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. The kick by Parkey is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, the offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And Charles, you're down multiple scores, less than a minute left here. But with that deficit, they've got to try to at least work their way into field goal range to try to muster something out of this drive.
And I'm going to go ahead and date myself one more time because I'm going to quote an old Smokey and the Bandit lyric. They've got a long way to go and a short time to get there. But they still have time to get it done. So I'm looking forward to watching them mount this drive and see if they can get some points out of it.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And now the ball's out, fumbled near midfield. And this is picked up by the Saints. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Following the fumble recovery, Lance. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now, light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. Well, let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works. Sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out. According to the head linesman, incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
A final shot before half for Lance.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. All right, Coach, thank you very much. In prime time, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
Well, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for New Orleans, the perfect season remains intact as they move to 11.